Okay, so here's a second video where we're going to explore some specific places in the EIA website. And I just want to walk you through this. I want to make sure that you're actually doing this because we are going to reference this for the rest of the semester. And so I'm going to have you look at a few places. I'm going to have you write it down. I will follow this video with all these directions written down on a Blackboard uh, place, and I'll share that with you in just a second. But make sure you do this. I'm going to have a simple quiz that you'll do on Blackboard that will, indicate that you've actually been here. So let's do this. Let me get the screen shared here. Okay, so you've got the EIA website up, and what I want you to do first is I want you to go to sources and uses. And once you get to sources and uses, I want you to click on to electricity. Okay, and then let's do this. Let's move this down to recent data. Okay, got a little lag time here. Move this down to recent data. Now I want you to write down the following. I want you to write down the net generation, where we're looking at June of 2020. I want you to write down the net generation in thousand of megawatt hours, and did it change from a year ago? All right, so you're looking at two things there. You're looking at this June 2020 and then June 2019. Then I want you to go underneath there and I want you to write down what the residential retail price is in cents per kilowatt hour. Did it increase or decrease from a year ago? Retail sales of electricity, write that number down. Did it go up or down? I want you to write down the number of cooling degree days. We'll find out what that is later. Coal consumption, did it go up or down? And natural gas consumption. Okay, so once you do that, I want you to have written that down. Then I want you to go to Blackboard and I want you to take a little quiz that is in the assessment. And again, all this is written down into an indicated module on Blackboard. And then I want you to take the little quiz on key indicator quiz, it's just indicated as key indicators from this website. That's all it is. Okay, do that and then come back here. Okay, so you made 100 on that quiz, didn't you? That was easy enough. It was just a, same data, just asking some questions, making sure you go here. I want you to be familiar with this so that when we reference it in the future, you can get there easily and know what to do. And I hope you find this interesting. I hope this is something you're sincerely interested in and that you want to find out more about it. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do, we'll do another little quiz. You're here at this same page where it says recent data. Go to where you see more data. And when you do that, you've got all of this information. Now, these areas, if you were to break out one of these capacity of electric power plants and all this really goes into some detail of spreadsheets and all that sort of thing. We don't need to do that right now. Again, we're just getting familiar with this website. What I want you to do is come over here to where it says interactive electricity data, and I want you to touch the electricity data browser. Okay, and I'm going to show you a little bit about this. And of course, all of this is downloadable. If you were creating a report or having to get some information to someone, what this shows is net generation in the United States of all sectors. And the sectors are indicated down here at the bottom. Of course, the blue line at the top is all fuels. And then you have coal, and you can see that coal, and down here on the X scale that, it goes 2002 to 2020, you can see this decline that's occurring in coal usage. You've also got natural gas, which is the green, and it is rising. You've got nuclear, and it pretty much stays steady across there. You can also see conventional hydroelectric, and you can see going back to 2002, how it has remained pretty much steady, as you would expect, because those projects are huge in scope and limited in availability. And like we talked about earlier, most of that capability is already in use, already been utilized. But you can see some other things here too that start showing up. One is wind, which resides right underneath the conventional hydroelectric. And then the blue line here that really starts, I guess you would say, in 2014, represents the solar power. Okay, so that gives us a visual of what's going on in terms of our generation in the United States. And so let's go, I want you to go down, and then I want you to be looking at this screen. Okay, now this is net generation for all sectors. It's in 1,000 megawatt hours, and it's got all the fuels listed. And so this is a monthly breakdown. What I want you to do is go to annual. Okay, and this will be, we'll make this the second quiz. Okay, so what I want you to do, and if you want to, I guess you could just pull this screen up and take the quiz at the same time. But I want you to make a note or write down the change from 2016 to 2019, because of course 2020 is not over, so 2019 is the last full year that we have data on. And I want you to be able to answer any question that might pop up on the Blackboard quiz in terms of these all sectors of fuel for generation. Is it going up? How much is it going up? Those kind of questions. And I'm just going to ask you some of those on the Blackboard quiz to make sure that you're there. Okay, now that'll be the second one. And let's just do this. We'll stop this here now. And then I think I'm going to throw one more at you. But for the time being, let's get this done, the two quizzes. And again, I hope you're going through and exploring this, beyond what we're talking about here.